So today, I want to talk about piety. It's one of the gifts of the Spirit. I know you might think that it sounds like something to do with something good, like pie. And actually, it does have a lot to do with a lot of things that are good, but none of them involve pie. Piety means fidelity to a natural obligation. So what natural obligations do you have? As a 14-year-old, as a teenager, as an adult, what natural obligations do you have? Well, first of all, you have an obligation to yourself to take care of your body. This is the only body that we're going to get, period. And this is the only way that we can be Christ's hands and Christ's feet, is if we take care of our body. So you need to make sure that you eat healthy, you get enough sleep, drink water, get enough rest. And that means time, downtime, like time to relax, time to have fun, time to laugh. You need to take care of your body. Piety means also taking care of the earth. We have a natural obligation to take care of the earth. When we're done messing up this one, God's not going to be like, oh, well, here's another one. That's not going to happen. You know, I regularly pick up litter on the road by my house because of the hill. It will all go down into Little Deer Creek, which is one of the best trout fishing streams in this part of this Pennsylvania. And I don't want that in my creek. I don't trout fish or fish for trout. But anyway, one of my neighbors stopped me once and asked me why I was doing that. It's not my responsibility. And I answered them saying, yes, it is my responsibility, and it's your responsibility too. We all have a responsibility. How can we ever hope to stop global warming if we can't get people to quit throwing trash out their window? Guess what? The next spring, that neighbor was out picking out garbage. You might think that your words and actions don't have meaning, but they do. And I hope that you can hear my dogs wrestling in the background here. It's hard to find a quiet spot, you know? So, what other obligations do you have? Well, you have one to learn. And so learning, may mean for you at this point in time to go to school and to treat the teachers with respect, treat the other students with respect, treat the property with respect. Piety. Even as an adult, you don't stop learning. You have an obligation to keep your mind alert and to keep learning about the world we live in and the people that live in it. What other obligations do you have? You have an obligation to your family. You know, we need our families. They're like the starter set for the rest of the world. If you can get along with your family, you can get along with anybody. And we need them. You know, if we didn't need them, we'd be hatched like baby snakes and slither off into the rainforest. But we need our families. God put us in families so that we can learn skills to get along. Because we're stronger together than we are apart. We may not always like them, but we love them and we need them. And I know that I'm a better person because of them. Last thing, piety, natural obligation. God. You have an obligation to God. Well, people say they go to church and they're bored. Are you bored of church? Well, if you are, it's your fault. Because most of the younger people today have been raised to expect a show. To go to church and say, okay, Father, start the show. And then they sit there and wait. Or they show up late and they leave early. They don't sing the songs, they don't pray the prayers. And then they say they don't get anything out of it. Ooh, big surprise. Of course you're not going to get anything out of it if you don't put anything into it. Church, God is waiting for you. There's this real famous painting of Jesus standing outside a door knocking, and the door has no doorknob on the outside because Jesus is waiting for the person on the inside to open the door. And that's what needs to happen when you go to church. You got to invite Jesus in to your heart. You need to participate. Mass is not a spectator sport. It's not something that you observe. It's something that you participate in. And if that doesn't work for you, then get busy. Sing in the choir. Play your guitar. Be a greeter. Help with CCD. Be a lector. There's a lot of ways that you can help in the church. Be busy with it. And every time Mass is ended, go in peace, and you go out and serve somebody in the name of Christ, Mass continues. That's piety. And that's goodness. And these are our natural obligations.